Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Nick from Noobkill coming at you with another Madden video today. So guys, super excited for today's video. I have so much to talk about. We have so much info and all that goodness. Now, of course, we do have our 4th season with Arctic Blitz. We are in December. So you know what that means? We got Ultimate Freeze coming right around the corner. Right now, we do actually have the college throwbacks in the game with another iconic kicker. So if you guys are partaking in that, a little bit of fun to just hold us off. But tomorrow, guys, we are getting our Ultimate Freeze content. I'm so pumped. I want to give a huge shout out to, of course, our community manager Nick for live streaming today and getting me the art assets so I can make this video for you guys. But of course, guys, since we are seeing this content a day early, just keep a reminder that everything you do see in this video is a work in progress. Some things are subject to change. They're working on this Ultimate Free stuff as we speak, so until we get it tomorrow, some things might change here and there. But that being said, let's jump right into it, guys. So here is Ultimate Freeze, what it looks like on the home screen. So right off the bat, you can see we do get a new limited edition, a limited time, I should say, Kuechly. So, of course, Kuechly fans, always great to see Kuechly's cards. They always play amazing. Kuechly, a new middle linebacker. You can kind of see like the snowflake kind of falling a little bit. There's one snowflake actually on the screen right there. But yeah, there will be a live snowflakes falling down, the kind of blue background and all that stuff. So yeah, here's what the like home screen will look like now when you log into the game tomorrow. And then there also is a daily calendar, guys. So you guys can see that we do have like every single day you log in, you get a couple whistles that you will use for like parts, I believe. It's going to be like the whistles are like trophies where they kind of go in positions, I believe, for the toys and everything. We'll get to that as well when we get to show off all the sets. They also give stamina, and of course they do give I guess Arctic Blitz points on certain days, and of course on the 14th day you're actually gonna get a free Christmas gift, or a present I should say, right here. So that's pretty awesome. I believe this is a small gift with, of course, the uncommon logo around it, the green, but hey, it's a free gift for just logging in for 14 days. It should be a lot of fun, and I believe this program runs all the way to is it the 26th? Let me just double check. I believe it is. It will run all the way until, yeah, it will run all the way to the 26th, and once the 26th hits, we're gonna have the New Year content come. So it's gonna be like endless amount of content, guys. Should be a ton of fun, man. So let's keep it rolling. Let's finally get into the message of the day, and you guys can see right here, we knew Kuechly was gonna be a player, but yes, he's gonna be an iconic player, guys. And we also have Troy Polamalu making his debut in, of course, this season's Madden Mobile, I believe, and he's gonna be an iconic at 420. Man, like, it's gonna be insane. There's gonna be so much goodness that comes out here. There also is my homie Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch, and Michael Strahan making a debut in here as well, and they're 195s at 3 stars. And then you guys see we do have Quinn Nelson and Andre Johnson as other masters. Now we're gonna kind of go linking you can see the 3 in the rows, they're kind of all stick together. We'll get on to how that works and everything, but let's check it out, guys. So what's colder than cold? Ultimate Freeze, man. I'm just so pumped, man. Ultimate Freeze is always a blast. For a limited time, the Ghost of Madden Past have joined Ultimate Freeze. So the Ghost of Madden Past guys are going to be your top 3 players right there, with Kuechly, Marshawn Lynch, and Michael Strahan. Actually, this whole photo right here is all old players beside Quinn Nelson, but hey, that's what we got right here. Of course, let's see what it says. Past have joined the Ultimate Freeze. Get 430 overall iconic Ghost Kuechly before time runs out. So like we said, limited time, and we'll get onto that. Use the Ultimate Freeze workshop to earn Ultimate Freeze parts. Exchange those parts for Ultimate Freeze toys needed to craft iconics and epic Ultimate Freeze masters. Use Ultimate Freeze items to collect all of the Ultimate Freeze presents. Presents do unwrap on Christmas Day, guys. When else would you open up presents? No one's supposed to be opening up presents until Christmas Day, and it's going to be at, of course, batch drop at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I hope you're pumped. I am super pumped about Ultimate Freeze and everything like that. So let's keep it rolling. Here is your main hub, guys. A lot is going on. It looks fantastic. Looks very festive. You can see there's a Christmas tree with a big star on top. But similar to Madden Harvest and everything. So there's a lot of like stuff going on the screen. But of course, the left side of the screen where it says welcome to the workshop, this part right here, these are your live events. So that's where you're going to be playing events. You can see a couple of them are locked. They're going to be coming out later. And of course, we do have 3 right now, and that is the battery, the paint, and the glue. Now, I believe these do reset every 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. It's really weird times. I don't know why it resets like that, but it is gonna be like that. You do get different items on first wins and everything. And also to notice, like, this ultimate freeze one in the middle looks like something's gonna be popping. I don't know if that's like a information tab, or maybe later on we're gonna have like live events pop up there, like on Christmas Day or something. We'll have to see, but of course, start, play events, and collect parts to start crafting your players. Moving on a little bit to the right, you guys can see we do have the Christmas tree with the presents underneath. So you have like small, large, and then big presents and all that stuff. And then the tracker is on the bottom to tell you how many presents you do have. And you guys can see it says 0. And then on top of the Christmas tree, there is the other trade-in sets with, of course, trades for the 95 overall, and then a 2-for-1, kind of like if I have too many batteries and I need glue, I can go ahead and trade in the batteries for 1 glue, and it's selectable. I'll show you the sets afterwards. Now, something to mention on the side of these guys right here. So for Troy Polamalu, Andre Johnson, and Quentin Nelson, you guys see that it does have the logo for the battery, the paint, and the glue. And afterwards, we'll show a little bit more to kind of give you guys a heads up. We did say over to the right, there are different things that are going to be unlocking. As you guys can see, the box, and then I can't remember what the red one is, but you guys can see that those are different type of live events that will come out, kind of like Madden. Thanks, Madden Harvest, how you guys had like the macaroni and cheese and all that good stuff, the sweet potatoes, and then after, yeah, I'm honestly forgetting the collectibles, but I believe like the ham came out later and stuff. But yeah. And then, of course, on the bottom, you guys can see limited time, Luke Kuechly, Marshawn Lynch, and Michael Strahan is going to be on that side. But very similar to Madden Harvest, you guys can see things are going to be coming out in batches, as we mentioned with those extra collectibles needing to be coming out. So on the 15th, we're going to see a Brown, a Patriot, and a Buccaneer. And then, of course, on the 20th, we're going to see a Dallas Cowboy, a Raider, and, of course, a Jaguar. So that is going to be awesome. It seems like we're going to be getting players every 5 days. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And you guys can see, like I said, on the side here. So if you want to get prepped up, you're not feeling Luke Kuechly, Andre Johnson, or Quentin Nelson, you guys see that these new ones are going to be using different kind of things. Now, it's going to be a little tough because I believe you do need like the box item for some of them and the other new item, while this one only needs batteries. But just keep that in mind and everything like that. And yeah, so again, like we said, limited time for, of course, the ghost figures right here with, of course, Marshawn Lynch, Strahan, and Luke Kuechly. You're going to have 5 days to complete the set. Now, there are different reducers, and we'll show you guys the reducers and everything, and how that kind of helps. You can see that there is a key right here, and if you kind of finish off like the top 3 guys, like Quentin Nelson, Andre Johnson, and Troy Polamalu, they're going to be here for the whole program. It's just the bottom part. It's going to be rotating every 5 days. So, yeah, that's going to kind of help you out, and if you want Troy Polamalu, and then you want to go ahead and use your key, and spend, you're going to probably have to spend, if you're a free-to-play player, I don't know if you can do it in 5 days, but of course, if you do want Luke Kuechly, it's going to be a little bit tough. You might need to spend some mana cash if you guys are saving up and stuff. But yeah, that is kind of what we got. Let's go ahead and jump into sets, because there is a lot to talk about. Before we do that, I believe I got the players. So here are your players right here, the returning base cards and all that stuff, that if you guys are using some uncommon, some rares, and then you can see the 75 overalls. We got Emmanuel Ogbah and, of course, Deshaun Jackson as our 75 overalls. And then moving on to our big hitters, returning epics. You guys can see we got Vernon Davis. You got LT's got like a new upgrade if you guys have been rocking with LT. And then all the kickoff players right there, Zach Wilson, Jamal Agnew, Hennessy, and of course Xavier Howard. Aaron Donald is now upgraded to Ultimate Freeze as well. And on the top right, you guys can see we do have Ray Lewis. So if you guys are still trying to get upgrading your Ray Lewis, he's not 5-star yet, you guys can do that. But of course, I really would focus more on the Ultimate Freeze stuff to get the iconic player and everything. And then we got Shy Tuttle and, of course, Robert Alford right there as our other 95 overalls. And we'll probably get more 95 overalls on the 15th and the 20th. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Those are your players. Let's move on to all the sets. So here are the sets. Now, I'll try to go through them. I'm just going to like skim through some of them. You guys can take a quick pause if you want to see how many items you need and what the requirements are, and what you're going to be getting. So here's the 75 overall. You're going to be getting, it's going to cost you 10 Ultimate Freeze rare parts. Now this is kind of like a trade-off. You don't really need to do this set, but there is that. Moving on to, of course, the 2-for-1, just like we said, very basic, 2 items, 1 selectable item. But moving on to presents. So here is your small present, and you will require 175 overall and 10 ultimate freeze presents. So again, either or ultimate freeze parts, or of course 175 overall. It's the same math right there. And then of course here's the medium present. You guys can take a pause and see the requirements right there. And then of course finally we do got the large present. Now a thing to mention, Nick did mention that he would shy away from presents, one, because you don't know 100% what you're going to be getting in them. It's always fun to do it. I will do it all an ultimate freeze present opening and everything on Christmas Day, but if you guys really want masters and upgrade your team, you already know what you're getting when you're finishing off a master set. Do the master sets, because it's expensive, right? You're gonna need 295 overall ultimate freeze players, and you don't know 100% what you're gonna get inside these epic ultimate freeze presents, but there is that excitement of opening up a present. So you guys be the best judge of how you want to go ahead and play things out. But moving on to our 95 overall set, you do need 20 ultimate freeze parts, or of course the 75 overalls. Again, 1-for-1 trade-in. Like we said, you don't need to do the 75 overall set, but if you somehow stumble and get something and open a pack or something, you can go ahead and use the 75s instead of parts. And yeah, you guys know the deal. Here are your sets for the uncommons. There's your sets for the rares, and then finally you do have a set for the epic cards as well, which do need 2 epic or 295 overalls for, of course, your players, or of course you can put in the trade-in rare parts that are 1 point each. So you do have like room to play around with. You can use 195 overall and then like 25 ultimate freeze rare parts, so there is like wiggle room here and there. So yeah, that's kind of cool that they did that. Now finally moving on to jerseys. There are 2 different jerseys. I only have a picture of one because I don't know, my brain did not save the pictures properly, but yeah, you guys will see that we do have other jerseys and stuff. There is a brand new stadium as well. I'll show you pictures at the end. And then finally moving on to our players. So like we said, Quinn Nelson and Andre Johnson and Troy Polamalu are gonna stay, and you guys can see what the requirements are. You need 2 items, and that's 195 overall and 1 Troy Polamalu toy. I will show you how to get the Troy Polamalu toy, but one thing to mention, you'll be getting Quinn Nelson, and you also get this purple key right here, and that's gonna help you reduce the amount of cost to go out and complete Michael Strahan or Marshawn Lynch. So if we move on to the next set, to Andre Johnson, exact same thing, because they are similar. It's just whatever player you want, and of course you do get the key. Now moving on to Marshawn Lynch. So you can either do this set by filling in 3 95 overall players plus 3 ultimate freeze Troy Polamalu cards, or when you get that key, it will minus 195 overall player. So I know you're wondering like, hey, it does only cost us 195 overall player to get this guy. Why would I go ahead and do all that? But you have to remember, you also are getting the 125 overall Andre Johnson. So you can kind of get like double players. It does help. So again, you can go strictly and just go do Marshawn Lynch if you want. But if you want to go ahead and get extra key, reduce the cost for a 95 overall, it does help out, and you do get 2 players. So I do understand like where they're coming from that. So I do like that little bonus. And then of course it's the same thing for the Michael Strahan set. If you want to do him or Marshawn Lynch, the sets are pretty interchangeable, and all that stuff. But yeah, here is the Troy Polamalu figure toy. You do need, of course, batteries, paint, and glue. That's what's going to be coming out tomorrow, and then another 10 ultimate freeze rare parts. So of course, whatever the player is the next time, you're going to need batteries, and then whatever, let's say a box, whatever the stocked box is, and then glue. It's all going to change, it's all going to be different, but I believe it's going to be 40 collectibles that you will need to go ahead and get for these toys. So yeah, there is that. And then of course, finally going on to actually Polamalu's set, you do need 6 95 overall players plus 6 toys, and then of course it does give you another one of those keys. So if you complete Troy Polamalu, he's going to be a 2-star, and all that goodness. And of course, another thing to mention, you do get Marshawn Lynch and Strahan at 3 stars when you finish off their sets as well. So that's something that's very nice, because I know if you went back to the players, if we go back to the players very quickly, sorry, we just got to scroll back to the players, you can see that Strahan and Marshawn Lynch are 150, but you get them at 3 stars, so that means they go all the way up to 195. So that is very nice that they did that, giving them at 3 stars. And then of course, what do I do with that key? I take that key, and of course the pass iconic ghost key is to reduce the amount of items needed to complete iconic pass ghost player trades. So again, you take that key and you put it into Luke Kuechly's set, and that helps you to get Luke Kuechly. Now, of course, free-to-play players, there is the time limit for Luke Kuechly, so I don't know if you can kind of like save yourself. I don't know, man, but I do know you should be able to get Troy Polamalu absolutely. If you play engage with the whole event, you should be able to get Troy Polamalu for free and possibly another iconic, so that's kind of cool. But right off the jump, since there is the time limit, you might miss out on Luke Kuechly if you are a free-to-play player. But yeah, those are the trade requirements. Now, another thing to mention, he also does give a special type of key right here, so there is that. And then what is that key? It is going to be a New Year's key, and we're going to find out obviously on New Year's what that key entails for us. So pretty cool for that. And then lastly, we do got a stadium. There is the stadium. It looks really nice. It's like you're on like a toy set. There is like a train that goes actively around and everything, and it just looks very clean. I like it a lot. And you do have like an old school John Madden football cover right there, and there's that train that we're talking about and everything. So yeah, guys, that is our ultimate freeze, I guess, sneak peek. What is going on here? There is our ultimate freeze sneak peek, guys. We do got a bunch of iconics coming our way still. We got every 5 days you will be getting content and everything. But tell me, guys, what are your thoughts and everything about ultimate freeze? I'm loving it, man. I'm so excited. It's dropping tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. You guys know to tune to for everything Madden Mobile and ultimate freeze, and that's right here on the channel. If you guys are excited, go ahead and smash that like button, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. Always stay hype, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
What's up?